Hey guys, Nicole here with Obscure Reptiles and Caging, and today we have an egg cutting video from our Ghi Mojave. So let's get started. Hey guys, so today's going to be a pretty exciting one. We put our girl Harley, which is our Ghi Mojave female. We did a repeat pairing. Last season we put her with our Freeway GHI Enchi Pastel Boy, and we got some super awesome, very dark GHI combos from that pairing. And we also paired her to a Ghi Mojave banana female maker. So maybe we get some female bananas out of this. Super excited for this clutch. I love GHI, especially with Mojave. Kind of hoping the banana maker, female maker, got her, or maybe a dual sire clutch, but let's see. I'm gonna get you guys set up as good as I can so you guys can see with me. I'll also be shining my little light on there so you guys can get a good close-up. We have 9 good eggs and 1 already pipped. So I'll pull up each egg and use a flashlight so you guys can see. But we'll start with this one that already started going. So the reason why we talk about it every season, why we cut our eggs, is as you can see, this baby almost had enough to be able to escape, but sometimes they'll actually mess up and they'll cut the bottom of their egg. They won't be able to escape. Sometimes their egg tooth comes off before they've actually cut enough to get themselves out. So we always cut because this baby is ready on its own. We're putting a big cut on here. Normally with these other ones you'll see me cut a little bit smaller, but this baby is getting itself out, so we're doing a nice large cut. And this one definitely has pastel GHI, and because the dad must have been the Freeway, this is either a yellow belly pastel GHI or an asphalt pastel GHI. So we know that the Freeway boy got at least some of the babies. As you can see, there's no veins left. There's just a little bit of this kind of sludge looking stuff. So on the other eggs, when we cut them, you'll see a little bit of red, but that's totally normal. It dries up, and by the time they're actually ready to come out of the egg, like these guys are, the veins and arteries and blood that are in there aren't doing anything for them, so it's not hurting them by cutting them. Some are a little bit more messy than others, but super pretty. That one honestly kind of looks like would have Enchi also, or Mojave. Something's making it a little bit darker with those oranges. Can't wait for that one to come out. We have 8 more eggs. Maybe we hit some things that we hit last season. We got a lot of GHI Mojave combos with them. A lot of them were super GHI, super dark black. Side note for you guys, so these 2 eggs are attached. Pretend this baby had not already pipped. Great way of knowing that they're ready to come out is see how easily that just popped apart. Any eggs that are touching will automatically separate or be super easy to come apart. They won't be stuck together. Little one's poking his head out. Tongue flicking, breathing air already. So super good sign. Last year we accidentally got perlite, which was the white substrate, rather than vermiculite, which is what we're using right now, and vermiculite is way better. So this one, because it hadn't come out fully on its own yet, we just cut a little slit. You could see the red that we were talking about, how all those veins stick to the shell, and they're actually in the process of falling off. Once they've completely fallen off like this one, it looks like that, and it's drier, but because one is ready to come out, they are all ready. So this again isn't harming them whatsoever. So this right here I'm gonna go with is a Enchi pastel, and again it would be either that yellow belly or asphalt. All of them will be one or the other. I can't see the head to see if there's pastel, but it definitely has Mojave in there, probably Enchi. Super cute little one. I'm surprised no GHI. Definitely doesn't look like a GHI unless there's that many combos in there. It's kind of washing it out. Go to egg number 3. We've got actually a super stripe and a banana multi-gene female that we're growing up to be able to hopefully one day start making some cool Freeway stuff with. this one, hopefully you guys can see the really cool patterns. This one for sure is a GHI Mojave pastel plus some other stuff. It's got some really, really nice light grays down the side. Again, it would either be yellow belly or we'll just cover that for everybody unless we see a banana pop up. But GHI Mojave banana plus one of those other two, yellow belly or asphalt, and maybe Enchi thrown in there. You can see like that lighter colored Y in the pattern. Not sure if I mentioned it yet, but all these babies are going to be available. Chances are we'll not be keeping any of these since we kept some last season from this exact pairing. This one's a very gooey one. Some of them are just more plump, especially now since we have it on the vermiculite. They tend to get a lot more plump because the substrate's so wet and they sit directly on the substrate. This one looks very similar to this, the second one that we cut, Mojave pastel, with one of those other combos in there. Maybe Enchi in both of them, making that pattern. Definitely doesn't look like GHI in either of them, but Mojave and pastel. I would go with Enchi, at least this one over here with the really cool striping. This one probably has it as well. This little one actually almost looks like a blackhead, and we did not use our blackhead male, I don't believe. Nope, just Atlas and the GHI Mojave banana. So not really sure what this little guy is. I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out. Definitely looks like the Mojave again. Doesn't look like the pastel or the Enchi. Not sure. If you guys think you know what this one's egg number 5. If you guys think you know what it is, let me know down below, please. I'd really appreciate it. But we'll do an update once they fully hatch out, and I'll check all the genders, and then it's a little bit easier to get a good identification. This is kind of just guesstimating when we're first cutting them open, but people like to see the process. This one's got a window. It's actually super smooth compared to the rest of the egg. It's a little bit rough. So it kind of looks like a normal just based on that little window we have there, which would be pretty crazy. This one right here looks normal, but again, it's from the Freeway complex, so it's the yellow belly or asphalt. But sometimes you'll still get more normal looking babies even with these crazy combos. We'll call it a yellow belly. It's probably going to be one of the simpler genes that we get, but they'll still happen. Don't have any so far that look like the holdback we have from last year. She was a super GHI Mojave, one or the other. We actually ended up getting 3 from that clutch, which was super wonderful odds. And this one looks like a standard GHI with yellow belly, we'll call it, just to simplify it. Maybe it has pastel, but doesn't look as bright, anywhere near as bright as this one. So I'm gonna go with that one's the GHI pastel, and that's just a standard GHI. Yellow bellies, GHI pastel yellow belly, GHI Mojave pastel, Mojave Enchi pastel, Mojave Enchi pastel plus question mark, yellow belly. I'm really not sure. That one really is looking like a blackhead. Mojave, I'm not sure. We'll come back to that one. So we got one left. I don't think we hit our banana, but our female banana, but we've got a couple other chances. One, it's gonna be very gooey. So when I do this, I angle the scissors upward, so I make sure I'm not nicking the baby. Some people use razor blade. I've shown videos where I use a razor blade versus the scissors. I just feel like I have a little bit better of control. And then this one is a Mojave pastel yellow belly. Kind of hard to see with how it's sitting, but I'm gonna go with this one. Doesn't have the Enchi because it doesn't have the banding, but Super 8 clutch. All of these guys can be possible freeway makers, but will be sold as either possible yellow belly or gravel. They are definitely one or the other, but without genetic testing, you can't tell. We will not be sending any of these out for genetic testing. If somebody specifically wants one of the babies, we can talk about it. It does take quite a while Last time I tested anything was last year, and it took quite a long time for them to actually return with the results because you have to wait till the snake sheds, send it out, and then they only test every couple of months for each different type of gene. So it took probably 6 months to figure out what the animal was. So try not to do that, especially because this is just yellow belly and gravel, or yellow belly and asphalt rather, because he is a freeway, not a highway. But if anyone's interested in any of these, shoot us a message on our Twisted Reptiles Facebook page, right to our website, Twisted Reptiles. If any of you have ever checked out my website, mention it below if you guys like it, like the layout. It's kind of hard to get a good gauge on who actually goes on there or finds me through the website, twistedreptiles.com, rather than other different forms of social media. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We do new videos every single week, so I will see you guys in the next video.